Welcome to Character Love, your quick stop for analysis of character romance manifestations, and this is Bojack's Love. This installation comes from the hit animation series Bojack Horseman, featuring our favorite horse protagonist, a former television sensation dealing with substance abuse issues and a childhood he hasn't quite yet resolved. Inevitably, in the love department, he manages to entangle himself in those who endeavor at romance with him in complicated episode-style webs that devolve. This happens as he deals with no longer being the beloved sensation he was decades ago, trying now to re-emerge into Hollywood, or Hollywoo as it's called in the show, in a bid to espouse a nondescript self-redemption that would absolve some of his actions. In Season 1, Bojack emerges with a girlfriend named Princess Carolyn. She presents as an ambitious, persistent, goal-oriented career woman who seeks fulfillment. With that in mind, in Season 1, Episode 7, she tries Bojack's love. Again. The relationship dissolves after he disappoints her by, neglecting her emotionally, not stimulating her mind, and boisterously running away from her fundamental desire for him to commit to her dream of stability and one day being a mom. After the breakup, Bojack develops feelings for another character, but upon failing to actualize that connection romantically, he haphazardly returns to the one stable constant he can immediately recall. Princess Carolyn, who stands first as girlfriend then immediately turns agent, doesn't give up on Bojack even when she thinks she wants to, or frankly just should. Previous episodes describe her background of wanting a better life than the humble one she had and keenly wanting to strive and achieve. We see that in her relationship with Bojack and just not giving up. The not giving up, and thereby also not giving up on him, may be why Bojack loves her, or tries to convince himself he does. She is there to save him, in a sense.
Bojack, we are going to get you back on your feet.
We kick off on the lawn. A charming mess? The name heap you just saw was Bojack in this episode, which starts on a bender. The crush he's recovering from, Diane, who is engaged now, is not available. So here Bojack is on Princess Carolyn's front lawn, drunk with Todd in the car, rambling about his woes, frankly seeking comfort. His emptiness is almost palpable as the show goes into a montage of his unflattering moments where he seems to be a drunk mess at every event he asks for Princess Carolyn back. He kicks off another attempt at being with her in the only way he seems to know how, as a wounded project that needs to be fixed. Revelations are abound. As Bojack spirals further, he's next to 2 glasses of something serious at a work engagement she secured for him. He rambles his thanks and praise to her, indicating how he feels understood and seen by her. She, though, is rushing off the phone, not emotionally invested. Here we see how, as his insecurity and anxiety is graven in the substance-fueled binge, he loses his faculties and is really convincing himself that a way out is Princess Carolyn. We know how, as he pours himself out to her, he's not particularly cognizant of feedback or any reciprocation. The sentiments he shares are reflections of what he felt from his time with Diane. We can pick up how, although he extends warm feelings, he still doesn't ask for a date, how to help her busy work goals, or even start by making the existent workload with him any easier. He also conveniently forgets that she has a fundamental goal he has no interest in: kids, thereby foregoing the reality that even in the event she felt the same in this moment, nothing would likely develop based on this difference. Great job, Bojack. It is endearing, though, to watch his persistence, albeit brief, though, in attempt. Buddy does a pop-up. At a workplace, Bojack interferes with Princess Carolyn's job. The series inserts clips of how he neglects Todd while in pursuit, curbing our ability to swoon over his fond gestures, knowing he's not being a particularly good friend. Again rambling, he barely listens to her declines and dismissals, insisting that their love is grand and many things akin to eternal. In what some may perceive to be a narcissistic attempt at romance, he presents her with a life-size cutout of himself. Not charmed, she gives this look. He's continuing what seems to be another in a series of self-centered love gestures aimed at his own fulfillment alone. When she's finally free of him, things rapidly shake up in the workplace and a hater is in the mix, competing with Princess Carolyn for her clients. Exasperated from the work drama, she reflects on her true desires of fulfillment, and after the next clip, decides to accept a dinner date with Bojack, envious of the romantic and maternal milestones her competitor in the office has achieved.
How old are your kids now?
I don't have any children.
Oh.
As one would obviously expect, the date fails. Bojack disappoints her again, and she is back to this. Mantras on how she is a machine that gets things done, resolving to be emotionless. In her office again, she proves unsuccessful at being a career robot. She scrambles to salvage Bojack's career after Agent Gecko drops him for a hotter client. Once again, she's still there for him. She calls Bojack excitedly to inform him what she's done for him. Another event of saving him as their dance goes. She seems keen to be in his favor again. This shows us more of Princess Carolyn's heart and resilient-natured love.
Yeah.
Good news! You're back in my stable, and I got you the lead in a romantic comedy.
In a twist that's not very much unlike the previous episode where his voicemail lands in the mailbox of an engaged Diane, Princess Carolyn arrives at an uninterested Bojack who is with the original character for which he felt the feelings he's been drunkenly misplacing.
Aren't you excited?
No. I don't know. I don't care about that.
Deflated, Princess Carolyn stands at her office window pondering the exchange and her circumstance in its entirety really. When her assistant asks if she's heading out, her line, "Where else would I go?" indicates a longing for somewhere to go. Perhaps a family, like a husband and kids, like Gecko has. Or perhaps, as she may have been hoping that night, with Bojack. But of course we know that doesn't occur again.
Happy birthday, Princess Carolyn.
Thanks, phone.
You are 40.